In this video, I'm going to show you how to share TaskRay data externally. The main ways to do this are export views, share Salesforce reports and dashboards, set up an external sharing link, or set up a community. One thing to keep in mind is if you are on the starter edition, you're only going to be able to export views and share reports and dashboards. In this video, I'm not going to go into detail on how to share reports and dashboards, but if you are interested in that, we do have a support article called Share TaskRay Data with External Stakeholders that will walk you through how to set that up in Salesforce. We're going to start by going over how to just export views from the UI. In TaskRay, there are two main views that you can export. Anyone can export these regardless of what edition you're on, and these are the plan view and the calendar view. If you're in standard or premium editions, you'll also be able to export views from this performance tab. So you'll be able to export portfolio and template performance view as well. Once you're in the view that you'd like to export and you've selected the projects that you want to export or be available, this one we're just looking at one project. Then you can click this export button and you can choose if you want it as a CSV or if you want to print it. If you're in the standard or premium editions, you also have the option to set up external sharing links. This feature will need to be turned on by an admin and does require one extra TaskRay license to be purchased and given to the external guest user. However, once you do that, then as many people as you want have access to projects, so it's just the one license for as many people as you'd like to share projects with. Once your admin has set that up, you can go to the project you'd like to share, and if you click into the details, you can scroll down to this available for external sharing. Once you click that and save it, it'll generate a custom, unique URL just for this project. So then when you click into here, users will be able to see, or not users, I should say, external guests will be able to see just a read-only view of that plan view of the project. So they'll be able to see progress it's doing, they'll be able to click into task details, they can also look at the project details. If they're interested in insights, they can also click over here and get some just high-level insights on overall project health and progress. So again, this view is really great for anyone that you want to just have read-only access to a project. If you would like people to be able to interact with the project more, or be assigned tasks, or be able to change anything or complete a task, that kind of thing, enter time, say, on a task, that's when you'd want to start looking at something like communities. Communities are often used if you have vendors or outside external customers that you'd like to assign tasks to and have them be a more interactive part of the project. Maybe they can change dates or add times. Then adding them to your community is a really good way to give them access to those projects without having them be an internal user on your Salesforce org. One thing to consider about communities is that it will need to be set up by an admin, and it does require that users have both a community Salesforce license as well as a community TaskRay license. Once you've set up your community, if your user logged in, it might look a little bit something like this, just as an example. You can add different Lightning components, so these are all customizable depending on how much you want to give to your community users. You could just give them the My Work Lightning component, or you could add some more, so they had some more project insights they could look at. They could look at all projects, just their projects, different board filters for that. So this is really customizable, but the main takeaway here is that this is for external users that you want to be able to have full access to a TaskRay project, or at least an interactive access level. So those are all the ways you can share TaskRay data externally. depending on your use case or what you need to share. You might pick one or the other, but just to recap real quickly, your options are, if you're in Starter, you can either export views or share reports and dashboards. If you're in Standard or Premium, you have the options to set up external sharing links or set up a community. If you'd like more information on what we covered in the video today, you can head over to our support site and you can just type in external sharing or a keyword from one of the things we talked about, and it'll pop up with all these related articles and top suggestions.